did she really contact the rest
Well,
of the
she
kids?
probably if she contacted anybody, she contacted Mother. And Mother would have said no, because she didn't ever want anything old. But no, she did. I never
Well,
knew,
would
because
she
you know I'm a
would your
person that
mother
gets.
would have given?
No, she would never thought
No, she would have given Mother your phone number, wouldn't she, or not?
Oh, no, she probably would have. She wouldn't have hesitated to give it to her, but she probably would have just said, no, I wouldn't want that, because that's the way she felt. She didn't think that I felt differently,
Mhm.
that I cherished every little piece I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
But that's like I told you, she's going to throw this out. And I just happened to be visiting her in Florida at the same time.
That's.
And I said, isn't that the quilt, Grandma?
Well, we'll have to take it in on your bed and open it out to look at it.
I have Grandpa's quilt. I didn't give it to you, did I?
You asked her that, she doesn't remember.
I don't
Okay,
remember.
okay, then I still have it, and it's still at Christine's, cause she took everything like that, that he went off to college with. It was
Well,
white.
does she want it? Because if she doesn't, maybe Linda Lou would like it.
Okay, would you like it?
Oh, I would like anything, but I'm not asking for anything. I know
Well,
that
I,
Mother turned all
Well,
that
I
down.
told
See,
Mother
everything
I
sh-
don't want to fight over anything.
No,
No.
everything
I
that
don't
is,
either.
that
But anything
Christine has would go to Heather, and Heather doesn't, Heather is a minimalist. She doesn't want anything that you don't absolutely have to have in your home to be comfortable.
But
And-
Mother, she was that way with her own folks. They died. I was in grade school when my grandma Blackadder died. I was grade school.
Really?
And my grandpa just lived 3 months and he died. But she was in Florida, Mother was in Florida at the time, and she went to the funeral, but she told Marion and Jenny, her brother and sister-in-law, that she didn't want anything. And Jenny just insisted that she take this wooden, my grandfather did a lot of woodwork. He made a cradle for me and Nancy
Oh.
and different things. I still have my cradle, but
Did you use it for your
for
children?
no, I used it for Jennifer because she's so little, skinny.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But I used it for dolls, and now I've
Yeah.
got the grandkids' dolls in it.
Yeah.
But he stenciled my name and the date on the end of it. But he made my grandmother what he called a powder box, and it
Oh.
was all different kinds of wood glued together, and then he turned it on a lathe
Mhm.
and made a lid with a little acorn thing at the top.
So it would have all these pretty colors.
Right. And then she had some teapots. You talked about the vegetable man. In this
Mhm.
in Indianapolis, the Jewel Tea Man came by
Oh,
on a
yes.
truck.
So
And
Jewel was the company.
Jewel was the company, and they had sundry items. Like you could not just buy tea and coffee, but you could buy some different kinds of dried beans and things like that. And if you bought so many, you got premiums. And with these premiums, you got these teapots. Well, these teapots are a big collector's deal now. My friend Loretta
Like
that
Avon
passed away,
bottles.
she collected Hall.
Yeah.
But she had the autumn leaf pattern, which is one of the most common patterns, but she had an Aladdin teapot, and she had 3 mixing bowls. And Jenny gave those to Mother. Well, they stayed in a box, and then when I was in college, again, Mother was moving. She moved all the time right in Titusville, but, you know, she never owned. She would rent.
Yeah.
She never wanted to own, and she'd
Yeah.
get aggravated, and she'd go somewhere else. And so, again, I was home, and she's going to put all that on the curb. And I said, no, I don't want you. I'll take the teapots. And she said, well, I'll keep the powder box. So when her mind began to go, I bought the powder box home because I was afraid she'd throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
she would always say, whenever I would question it, why would you want that old stuff? And you know, my grandma Blackadder, my grandfather doted on her and his children. But that's why they had a TV, you know. It was like going back in time
Oh,
when you
I
went to Grandma
was so mad
Sparks'.
at them because I missed the state basketball champ because those first TVs, most of what you got was
Yeah. snow. It wasn't.
And we had tickets, and Daddy said he would take me. But we were going to, and I was going to be able to go back to Madison and tell him I got to watch it on
Right.
TV, and it was snow.
Snow.
And they did win.
But they had the first one, and like, you know,
Mhm.
Grandma didn't have any electricity. Well, Grandma blacked her. I never remember that she didn't have all the modern conveniences in her kitchen. And
Yeah.
she had a beautiful rose garden. He turned the whole backyard into a rose garden, and he would buy her whatever rose
that.
won the rose show
Yeah.
in Indianapolis.
So-
he would buy it. And I
Oh,
loved
so
Grandma.
he would buy the original.
Yeah, he would buy the winner
Oh,
for her. And you know, he worked in the steel company. He was a blue collar worker, and she was a homemaker. But he wanted her to have whatever she wanted to have. That's like I don't know if you remember, their house was a closed-in front porch, and then you
Mhm,
came
yeah.
into the house. Well, she always put her Christmas tree out there, and she had bubble lights on it. And when bubble lights came back several years ago, I bought enough to put on my tree because they always reminded me of my
Mhm.
mother
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
And she
I
crocheted
remember
all
them.
her tablecloths,
Oh.
doilies, doll things, and
I just brought back to Jonna. I don't know why Mother gave it to me. Grandma McConnell, was it, Jonna?
Her arthritic hands.
Crocheted her